everyone, I'm Imani Ray. I'm the owner of Raeon Collective. I'm a tarot reader and astrologer, and today we're going to be doing a tarot reading. So, what is your first question for today?
My first question is about just how my spiritual path as a whole might evolve in coming days, weeks, months, whatever time frame the universe holds for me.
Yeah, I love that. I'll go ahead and pull some cards on that and see what comes up. So the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles in reverse talks a lot about needing this energy of grounding. So being able to go out in nature, being able to go near the water. And I feel like once you go out in nature, you'll be able to kind of connect with your spiritual gifts more. And I feel like you'll also be seeing a lot of like certain like signs and things like that, whether it's a specific animal or whether it's a specific plant, and being mindful of like what that energy brings when you see it. And also, you know, looking a little bit more into what that means. So if you keep seeing things or you keep like hearing things, it could even be a certain phrase. Just look a little bit more into it and think about like what that represents to you. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull another card. Okay. So the next card is the Seven of Cups. I really like the Seven of Cups because it talks about this energy of feeling like you have a lot of different options, but they're all very good options. And so I feel like when it comes to tapping into your spiritual gifts and kind of tapping into more about your spirituality, like I feel like it's this energy of really trying out different things. So for example, it might be like reading books and learning more about different like cultures and different religions, or it could be more about, you know, like we talked about in the first card with more grounding and kind of working with the earth elements, or it could even be this energy of, I feel like even like researching, like learning more about it. Like I feel like there's so many things that you're curious about. So really like diving into that curiosity and like what that feels like to you. And also this energy of like finding what sticks for you. So it might be manifestation. It might be, you know, astrology, but finding that thing that really like sticks with you. And also just this energy of really trusting the universe and also acknowledging the signs that you've been getting. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull another card. So I like that this card came up again. It is the Ten of Cups, but it's upright again. And so the Ten of Cups, when it's upright, talks a lot about this energy of family. It talks a lot about this energy of comfort. It talks a lot about this feeling of happiness. And so I feel like one of the biggest things is like finding ways to kind of like add to that like happiness. And so I feel like, you know, practicing mindfulness, practicing, you know, different things that you maybe learn from spirituality and like incorporating it in your everyday life, and also maybe being able to share it with your family and friends. And so whether that's like, you know, doing guided meditations, or whether that's, you know, doing like going on a walk near the ocean and being able to kind of say affirmations, but finding ways to incorporate that mindfulness with your family, I feel like is something else that's really important. When it comes to the next card that came up, it's the Two of Pentacles. And so the Two of Pentacles talks a lot about this feeling of decision making. And it also feels like this energy of choices. And so I feel like part of you, you know, wants to dive more into your spirituality and kind of abilities. And I feel like part of you is also still, you know, very practical and very hesitant. And so I feel like it's kind of like, feels like you're juggling between the two and like wanting to learn more, but also kind of being maybe wanting to stay in your ways. And so the Two of Pentacles talks a lot about this energy of like juggling the two. But did you have any questions relating to any of this?
Well, of course I do. So the idea of nature being central to my spiritual practices and just beliefs is really accurate. That's a big part of it. And I am trying to be more conscious about getting out into nature and also exploring more. So, I mean, even the fact that I'm doing a tarot reading with you is a big leap for me in the spiritual realm and exploring different things. So I've already explored a lot, you know, from being raised Jewish to marrying into Catholic family to exploring Eastern religion, Native American religion, and all these things. But tarot is a whole new ball of wax for me. So that's cool that came up as well. Is there anything more specific about kind of what I would do in nature? You mentioned noticing animals and such more, but specific places to go or lengths of time to stay there or any other guidance like that?
Let's go ahead and pull some cards on that. I think it's also interesting that you mentioned that you did were a part of so many religions, because I also feel like it's that energy of the Seven of Cups, like having all these choices, seeing it, learning about it, and like kind of taking what's best for you, or picking the multiple things that are best for you. So let's pull a card and see what else comes up. So the next thing is Seven of Pentacles. And it's interesting, even with the imagery, you see this person's like outside, talks a lot about change. But I really feel like drawn to the imagery in this card, because you can kind of just see this person's like walking around, they're in nature, they feel very like calm. And even though they're doing all this hard work, they still feel very like grounded. And so what I really picture you doing as like one of the ways to kind of like connect is like having a notebook and being, I don't know if you're a writer, but being able to write and kind of like focus your energy on that. And also like this energy of like really like taking notes, not about like necessarily what you're seeing, but how you're feeling and how it makes you feel. And so like, for example, if you see, and you can also document it too by taking pictures if that's something that you like, and kind of keeping almost like a nature or spiritual journal where you know, take pictures of certain things that call you, write down certain things that call you. And also this energy of even like manifestation. I don't know if you practice manifestation at all, but like even, you know, allowing yourself to kind of like daydream and visualize. And it doesn't have to be something where it's like you're in the forest for hours or in, you know, doing the retreat. It could just be something that, you know, if you're going on an hour walk or you're going on a hike, just make sure you kind of bring that notebook with you and kind of keep track on what comes up. And also the thing too, like, how you feel. Like, I feel like it's so much more focused on not what you're thinking, but how you're feeling about it. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card as well. And then I also think it's interesting that 2 sevens have came up. I don't know if you've been seeing the number 7 or if that number has any significance.
It does actually. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be speaking while you're working on your cards, but
No, you can speak.
the number 7 is significant in the Lakota faith, which is one of the Native American spirituality sources that is central to me. So yes, the 7 matters.
I love that.